This bill, in order to bestow preferential rights on a favored few who vote in bloc, would sacrifice the constitutional rights of every citizen and would concentrate in the national government arbitrary powers unchained by laws to suppress the liberty of all.
What do obstinate politicians and an 1850s murderous marauder named William Walker have in common? According to Britannica.com, the term filibuster has its origins in the Spanish word filibustero, meaning freebooting. It originally alluded to pirating. According to the U.S. Senate website, the term filibuster is Dutch in origin and means pirate. In the 1850s, it began to be used for senators attempting to control, or I suppose pirate, the Senate floor. Around the same time, the term was being used for Americans attempting conquests of regions in Latin America. Let's get to know one of those American conquistadors a little better. Several years ago, I did some research on an inexplicable story about an American named William Walker who became president of Nicaragua. In an effort to boil that research down, I wrote a song about it.
Here comes old William Walker on Billy. Here comes old William Walker, Uncle Bill. The gray-eyed man of destiny hails from Nashville, Tennessee.
You're likely more familiar with the U.S. Senate than you are William Walker. Here's a fast and furious background on him, just to bring you up to speed. William Walker was born 1824 in Nashville, Tennessee. As a boy, he spent extensive time in his invalid mother's company.
Good morning, Billy. Your breakfast is ready. 2 poached eggs, grits, and dry toast, just like you like it.
Thank you, Mother.
Billy, it's such a beautiful day. Why don't you go fishing and have yourself a little fun?
That's so very considerate of you, Mother, but I intend on studying in the library today.
But Billy, that's what you did yesterday and the day before and every day I can remember for such a long time.
I know, Mother, but I want to be done with college and start my medical career as soon as possible. Also, Mother, I want to be here at the house, close to you, in case you need anything.
Oh, Billy, you're such a dear. Come here and let me give you a hug.
Walker was a child prodigy, graduating Nashville University at age 14 in 1838.
As the president of Nashville University, I bestow this degree upon our youngest graduate at the age of 14, Mr. William Walker.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Mother. I regret I will have to be leaving home to complete my medical training.
That's okay, Billy. I understand. We will be praying for you and looking forward to when you open your practice here in Nashville.
He was a doctor, lawyer on Billy. He had a way with words that Uncle Bill. Paris, London, New Orleans, Panama, San Fran, wherever he pleased. Here comes old William.
Walker graduated the University of Pennsylvania Medical School in 1843 at age 19.
As president of Pennsylvania Medical School, I now bestow this medical degree on one of our youngest ever medical school graduates at age 19, Mr. William Walker.
Oh, Billy, I'm so very proud of you. I can't wait for you to come back to Nashville.
Thank you, Mother. And about coming back to Nashville, I think it important that I expand my medical knowledge by studying for a time in Paris and perhaps England as well.
Oh my goodness, Billy. I think that's a fine idea. We wish you the very best and look forward to the day you return.
From there, he traveled to Paris for a year of medical training, then toured Europe for another year before returning to Nashville, where he briefly practiced medicine.
Billy, it's so good to have you home. You look so good. I can't wait for you to tell me all about your time in Europe.
It certainly is good to see you again as well, Mother. I have so much to tell you. I can't wait to get settled in. A few months later, I'm sorry, Mother. I've lost my taste for practicing medicine. I intend on going to New Orleans to become a lawyer.
But Billy, I don't understand. Why must you leave?
I'm not sure myself, Mother. All I know is I must go. Here, Mother. Here. It'll be all right. Walker moved to New Orleans, where he studied, then practiced law. He soon became an editor and part owner of the New Orleans Crescent newspaper. While there, he worked alongside poet and abolitionist Walt Whitman. At that time, Walker is on record as being anti-slavery. While in New Orleans, Walker became engaged to a young woman from a prominent New Orleans family. Her name was Helen Martin. She was unable to communicate verbally and could not hear. Because of his language prowess, it's speculated that Walker quickly picked up sign language, enabling him to communicate fluently with Martin. Before the couple could marry, Martin fell ill and succumbed to yellow fever. Oh, Helen, the only true love of my life, my only reason for living. Why did you have to go? I must come to you soon. I will take little care, should it be quickly, that I join you in bliss. After Martin's death, Walker traveled to San Francisco, crossing the Central American Isthmus in 1850, likely at pre-Canal Panama. Once in San Francisco, he went to work as an editor for the very liberal San Francisco Herald newspaper. Some of his writing was found offensive and got him into a duel with local law clerk and gunman Hicks Graham.
Gentlemen, on my signal, you will take 10 paces in opposite directions. Then you may turn and commence firing. Concession may be asked at any time, which will acknowledge acquiescence. Ready? Begin.
Oh, I can't get my finger to the trigger, you sorry son of a swine. Oh.
Do you concede?
For the time being, I must.
I do hereby declare Mr. Graham the victor.
Perhaps next time you'll choose your words a little wiser, you libelous little parasite. Some time later, after Walker healed up, now that my leg is better, I need to do something else. There's not enough adventure in being a newspaper editor. Besides the dueling, which I don't enjoy too much. I know. I'll rescue the people of Sonora, Mexico from the ravages of the Apache Indians. October 16, 1853, Walker led around 50 men to invade Sonora, Mexico, ostensibly for the purpose of protecting the region from Apache Indians. The entire operation was a fiasco, and several lives were lost. Some 7 months later, Walker and other survivors from his band were able to make it back to the U.S., with Mexican authorities hot on their tails. Walker was arrested and tried for violating U.S. neutrality laws, but was acquitted. Case dismissed. Around this same time, the two major settlements of Nicaragua were behaving as warring city-states. The liberals were in Leon and the conservatives in Granada. The liberals were losing and appealed for mercenary assistance.
We need you down here with us, Mr. Walker. We'll make it worth your while now, Coldville. Guns and ammo, that's the deal. Grenadian brothers, we must kill. We need you down.
With a written colonization contract in hand, Walker and his 57-man phalanx made port on the western shores of Nicaragua, June 16, 1855. Senor Walker, we are so happy to welcome you and your Falange Americana. Walker quickly shifted his purpose from colonization to conquest, barring no holds. He used women and children for shields and began executing key government officials who were initially his allies. Senor Walker, por favor, no me mates. You, sir, are guilty of treason against the Republic of Nicaragua. Do not disgrace yourself. Take your deserved rewards like a man. Men, ready, aim, fire. Walker quickly had himself elected president, whereupon he changed the official language to English, legalized slavery, and began recruiting American colonists, aka soldiers. Walker succeeded in making an enemy of American shipping magnate Cornelius Vanderbilt when he took control of Vanderbilt's transit system operating on Nicaraguan waterways. Walker's invasion alarmed and threatened countries bordering Nicaragua, particularly Costa Rica, who took up arms against him. During the course of his rampage, over 1,000 Americans died in battle, as did the same number of opponents. Walker was eventually pinned down and faced sure defeat. Commander Charles Henry Davis of the U.S. Navy bargained for his release.
Yes, let's make a deal. Walker will surrender in return for his safe passage to my ship.
Senor, he has done so many terrible things. Take the others, but leave him for us.
I understand. But I have my orders. No Walker, no deal. You would get him eventually, but several of your men, and maybe even you, would die in the process.
Walker escaped death that day, but did not give up on his beloved republic. He attempted multiple return trips to Nicaragua. He was ultimately captured by the British Navy, turned over to the Honduran government, and executed September 12, 1860. He was 36 years old. Hombres, listos, apunten, disparan. So, what do obstinate politicians and an 1850s murderous marauder named William Walker have in common? First of all, Walker was a cold-blooded murderer. Although U.S. senators do make life and death decisions, they can hardly be put in the same category. Walker's presence brought together a coalition of Central American nations with weapons financed by U.S. businessman Cornelius Vanderbilt. The U.S. and British navies also got involved with Walker. One came to his aid, and the other delivered him for execution. The Senate regularly deals with political coalitions, special interest groups, and international intrigue. Walker's foray resulted in an end to Nicaragua's civil wars and a long-term stabilization of that government. It also gave that part of the world an anti-gringo symbol that remains today in the form of a Costa Rican national holiday and national monument there. Senate filibusters normally only delay the inevitable. One notable exception is the 1970 Senate bill calling for a constitutional amendment to eliminate the Electoral College. Walker did not know when to stop and ultimately experienced figurative cloture. Senate cloture is rarely exercised, but periodically there is enough support to shut down a specific filibuster. Unlike Walker, however, the Senate filibuster has survived and is experiencing bipartisan support.